Okay, how are you?
Good. Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely.
Is it possible to get a copy of the whole list of, on one page of the alphabet with its sound?
It's probably in your book at the back, but why don't you take it as we go?
Wait a minute, I didn't hear that. Let me see. All right, say that again.
It's probably at the back of your book.
Page 67.
Page 67, according to Karen. But I would not confuse yourself with that. I would stay with right where you are, because if you try to get too much at once, it's just going to drive you crazy. But you're certainly welcome.
Well, the reason why I was asking that is because every now and then I like to look back because I can't remember what the symbol meant.
Well, page 67.
It's just the names of the letters now that I look more carefully.
Well, just go back to the pages. Go back to the page, most recent pages, and you'll see it at the top of each page.
Good morning.
Good morning. Who just
There
came?
she is, Diane.
Oh, Diane, now you have a face. Okay.
Yeah, I was finishing
And I
my
don't know
breakfast.
how far
Sorry.
you got last week.
You were what? What did you say, Diane?
I said I was finishing my breakfast. I didn't think you wouldn't want to see me eat.
Well, that doesn't offend me. I came close to doing that myself. And seriously, feel free to have a cup of coffee or during class. I'm not that formal. I was very tempted to have a cup of coffee. See, Hillary heard me. Right, Hillary?
Yeah, we have workers in the house, so I need coffee.
That's all right. Coffee's good anytime. Anybody's welcome to have coffee. Let's see who am I missing. I'm trying to keep track of who comes on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, Bobby's on. I don't have you. Rochelle, Bobby, Hillary, Karen, Teresa, Diane, Bonnie, Diane, and Laura. Is that right? Is there everyone I mentioned here? The 8, 9.
Mentioned Diane twice. Are there 2 Dianes?
Or 2 Dianes, yes.
Yeah, there's 2 Dianes.
Okay, there are 2 Dianes.
There are 2 Dianes. One is at the bottom of your screen. It's Diane Mashup. Am I pronouncing it correctly?
Yes.
And Diane Goldenberg is just directly above her. If their screen's like mine. Okay, it's after 10. I'm going to wait 1 more minute and we're going to start. I know at least one person's not coming on today and I don't know about the others. Okay, did you all have a chance to review this week?
Yes.
Yes, you're all comfortable where you are?
Yes.
Yes? Good.
What page did you get to?
I think we got to page 4.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to get the book on, share screen. Hopefully it's going to work. Oh, come on, Joan. You didn't get it. Oh.
I have to admit that I practiced a few times, and every time I practiced, I kept messing up where I was reading right instead of right to left. I'd practice the whole page and then realize that wasn't right.
Well, that's a common mistake.
So hard to get that, I know it's right to left, but it was like it's second nature to go left to right.
I hear you. I hear you. I am going to, my technology skills are overwhelming, as you might have figured out. I'm going to have to go out for a minute and see if I can pull up the book that I want, that I thought I had on the screen like I was supposed to. So I may go out for a minute. I'll be right back. Fine, I'm going to move you. I need the book. Open. Okay, now I've got the book. Now I've got to get back to share screen. Oh, no, it's going to give me trouble getting in. Cancel. Join the meeting. Come on, Joan. Okay, now hopefully I can share the book with you. Let's pray. No. It's not
That's what we're
one.
trying to do.
I'm trying. My technology skills are beyond minimal. All right, I'm going to go out one more time. Bear with me, please. I'm sorry.
No problem, Joan.
It isn't. It drives me crazy. I'm driving.
Sure.
I'm driving Celia crazy too, trying to get everything done. I'm going to leave.
Hey Siri, send a message to Jean Bierman.
What do you want to say?
I'm in a Hebrew lesson, period. I'll call you back, period.
Your message to Jean says I'm in a Hebrew lesson. I'll call you back. Ready to send it?
Yes.
Okay, it's sent.
Recording. Let's see if I can get the. That. I am trying to get to the point where I can share. Let's get this open. All right, share screen. Let's see if it works this time. Darn it. I did exactly what I was told to do.
Joan, if you like, I can put it up and then you tell me the page to go to.
Thank you. That would be great because I've got to get my computer skills better. Okay.
Okay, so is that, so I think
you
I'm on
got
page.
it.
Right there. Right there.
Okay.
It
All
just
right.
it just took a little bit. There's probably a little lag.
No, it's more than a lag.
Oh. Okay.
Laura, put it up.
Go
The
ahead.
page is
It's
there.
Okay.
It's there, I
There.
think.
Yeah, it's there.
We're
Looking at
We're looking at page 2. I don't know what page you want to go
I
to.
want to go to page 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. Stop right there. Stop. That's where we were last
Can you
week.
go up a little?
Go up.
There
a
you
little.
go.
Okay.
Perfect, perfect.
Okay, remember this? We had the lamed,
Yes.
Amen.
and we got the word melech. Look at the very last line. What's the same word all along? What is it? Line 10?
Mela.
Ella.
Mela.
Mella.
Mela. 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 Mela.
Now go up one page, please. And this is where we finished, I think, last week.
Yes.
Yes.
We did.
And this is the ch sound, which I hope you can all make, but if you can't, you can fake it like most Americans can. Ch.
Huh.
You know, Yiddish, Russian, you probably ch. The Russians ch all the time. Okay, what you have here is the ch, and you don't need to remember the names of the letters, but the sound is ch. And this is the final ch. And you'll see as we proceed that there's another form which is of the ch, which comes in the middle or beginning of a word.
Mhm.
So this completed our word melech. You all see it? Look at
I
line
knew you on.
Yeah.
9. Any questions?
No,
Oh.
Melech.
Mela.
Melech.
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 Mela.
And you will also see 2 dots in the middle of that final ch later, and it just means they're silent, so don't let that throw you. Okay, who can tell me the first word in line 10? I feel stupid that I can't control. Here it is. The first word in line 10.
Me
Mela.
Mela.
Me Melech.
Mela.
All right, let's do one at a time because everybody, I can't hear you. Rochelle, were you saying it?
Me Mela.
Me Melech. Does that ring a
Me-
bell? Me
Mhm.
Melech. Malachai Hash. There it is, right out of the song.
Okay.
Me Mela.
Me Mela.
Melech.
Me Melech.
Melech.
Mhm.
You haven't had any other vowel. Well, you had 2 others, but you haven't had any vowels.
Mela.
Me.
Melech. Me
Mhm.
Melech.
Mhm.
Is everybody comfortable on that time?
Yep.
Is there anybody who has a question?
Nope.
Okay, good. Let's go down to one more page, please. Okay. Stop. That's great. Now you see the final K, which we just discussed, and the K, which appears in the middle of a word. It's the same letter, it's the same sound, but there are several letters in the Hebrew alphabet, or alphabet, which is interesting. Where does it come from? Where does alphabet come from? Alphabet. It's the same sound. If it comes at the beginning of a word, if you look at line 1, if it comes at the beginning of a word, it's written like this. If it comes at the end of a word, it's written like this. If it comes in the middle of a word, it's like this.
All
Got
right,
it?
what do you mean is, I'm not understanding what you just said.
Okay. This is the same letter in two forms.
I got that.
When it comes at the beginning or middle of a word, it's written like this.
It's this.
Okay, okay. Got you now.
At the end of a word, it's the final form, it's this.
Got you. But it's the same sound.
It's exactly the same sound.
Yeah.
There are several letters like that in the alphabet, just to confuse you, but
Why do they have this different, symbols for the same sound?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
They don't have enough.
I'm just curious, just to confuse you more.
I think
They
so.
don't have enough ink.
That's a good one, Diane. I have no idea. There are several letters that will do this. And at the end of a word, you write it differently.
I can ask you a question. At the very top of the page,
Yeah,
it's got where it would be, it's got like a comma after it or something.
this.
No, at the very, very top.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
This?
that.
yud, a yud.
It's a
Good.
yud.
Oh, that is a yud. That's a letter we haven't had. We're not going to worry about that.
Okay.
We're going to worry about, we'll get there. We're just
Okay,
going to
gotcha.
worry about the fact, yeah.
Joan, I had a question. So
Yeah.
it looks like the ch that comes at the beginning or end of a word doesn't have any vowels associated with it, but the small ch that's
Yeah.
in the middle of the word does have vowels.
Beginning, yeah, okay.
We're getting ahead of ourselves.
This
Yeah.
form of the ch, when it comes, it will always have a vowel. It's in the beginning or middle of a word, okay? The last letter of a word will not necessarily have a vowel. It might, but not necessarily. But but the vowel that most often comes, let's look at line 5, look at the last two letters, last word here. Can we pick the page up a little bit, please?
That's
They're
good.
not giving you, keep going. They haven't given you the vowel that you need. All right, I'm going to teach you a vowel. I don't understand this. I thought I looked at it and it didn't understand. All right, bring it down again, please. Thank you. Okay, if you look at this vowel, we did have these 2 dots. Remember,
Yeah.
it's A.
Mm-hmm.
One
Yeah,
dot is E. Okay, I lied. 1 dot is E, 2 dots are A, 3 dots are F.
Yeah.
Okay,
Hey,
so if you go to line 7,
Me, me,
Okay.
Okay. That lamed,
Okay.
I didn't write this book. That lamed would have a vowel if it were a word.
Mel,
Because it's Mil Hey, right.
Yeah, hey.
It's very difficult to read because there should be a silent vowel. There should be a silent vowel under the lamed, and there isn't because you haven't had it yet. So just slur into it. Mil Hey. Who wants to read
Mil
line
hey.
7? All right, they're all the same.
Me.
All right, who wants to read line 8? Do I get a
I'll
vowel?
try.
Who's I?
Hillary.
Okay, Hillary, go.
Okay. May, hey,
Mel Hey. Blend into the lamed.
Mel,
Yeah.
Mel, hey,
Good.
Mel, hey, Mel, hey, Mel, hey.
Yeah, it's the same
Mel
thing.
Hey.
It's the same over and over. Good. Okay.
Mhm.
All right, that one is melche. What's line 9? You only have to read it once. Somebody else. What's line 9?
Laura.
Laura,
Laura.
go.
Question. Okay.
Okay.
Malche.
Hold the
Mel.
question for a moment, please. Laura, go.
Melche.
What's the sound? What's the first? They're all the same. What's the sound under the mem?
Eh,
Eh.
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 So,
Mel.
Mel.
Melche.
hey.
Eh,
Melche.
Mel, hey.
Melche.
And they're all the
Melche.
same.
Melche. Melche.
Mel,
Okay.
hey.
So we have melche and melche. You all get it?
Yeah.
Mel,
I have a
hey.
question.
Mel.
I'm going to come to your question. I just want to make sure this is clear. Got it? Okay, who had a question?
I do. How do we know that the ch doesn't go with the l? I mean, the l. How do we know it goes from the m to the l instead of the l to the ch?
Oh,
Oh, good question.
That's a very good question. Okay, I'm gonna skip ahead to something because you're so sharp. Okay. Every Hebrew syllable is a letter and a vowel. If a letter in the middle of a word has 2 dots under it, which is what should be here, it's a silent vowel. So the melche or melche. This is not a word.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be. It's not even worth talking about the construction here. It's not even a word. I know that sounds confusing, but I'm just believe me that the lamed goes with the mem. And when you have that silent vowel, you always blend into a silent vowel. So let's pretend there is a silent vowel under the lamed in melche, melche, melche. Is that clear?
What is the silent vowel?
It's 2 dots,
L.
vertical dots,
Oh, vertical.
vertical. You haven't had it.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense. I mean, honestly, there are other books that I think do this a little better, but this is the one we have, and it'll work fine if we just, look.
So what you're saying is you just don't say that letter.
Well, you do say the letter, you blend into it. Milche, melche, melche,
Mel,
Mm,
hey.
milche,
No.
melche, melche.
Melche.
Mel,
Got it? You blend in.
Mel,
We're
hey.
assuming there's a silent letter, which is 2 dots, 1, 2, one under the other, that's under the lamed.
Okay.
Got
Okay?
it.
And with line 10, I'm not going to belabor this page because I think it's more confusing than not. But line 10 is exactly the same thing. There would be a silent vowel, leche,
Hey, hey. Le, hey.
leche.
Le,
Leche.
hey.
Okay.
Loch,
Like
hey.
that.
Leche. Leche. Leche.
Okay.
Okay. Leche.
Okay.
Mhm.
Other
Got it.
questions? If I confuse, so that gets us to this word from our song, from our prayer, malach,
Mel, hey.
malach, or malach.
Well,
Malche.
why does it have a
Mel.
dash under it?
Okay.
You don't have that
We
vowel
haven't had
yet.
that vowel yet. It's an
Malche.
ah.
Mel, hey.
Ah. I don't understand. Okay. It doesn't, that's just the way the book is written. This is an ah vowel, which will be coming up shortly. So pretend if it were an eh, it would be melche.
Mel, hey.
It would be milche. If it had 2 dots, it would be melche. Milche 1 dot, milche 2. In this case, it's an ah, okay? Malachi hashalom. Comes right back
Oh,
from our prayer.
Malche. Malche.
Malche.
Mel, hey.
Malche or malachi. Sometimes you pronounce it, sometimes you just say malche. It doesn't matter. Okay?
Okay.
Who have I confused?
Mel,
Moving
hey.
I
on.
haven't succeeded in confusing any of you. You're great. Let's go to the next page. Okay. I don't understand the way this book is written. Okay. If you look at the very bottom of the page, it says A with the A with the yud. We've got a yud now. This is our new vowel. Bring it down just a tiny bit, please. Diane, bring it down a tiny bit. Down. down, the other way, the other way, the other way. Thank you. Right, no.
Oh, you mean up? Okay.
I read up. Thank you. All
Yeah,
right.
no, it's okay.
Okay, we've got the A vowel and it's followed by a yud.
Mhm.
Or yeah. Yud is
Yeah.
yeah. If it comes
Yeah.
at the beginning of a word, at the beginning of a syllable, it's yeah. But in this case, it's just making the A sound a little bit stronger. You can agree that it's A is the same as A with a yud. Got it?
So you just say
A.
You just say A.
A.
So is the equal sign, Joan, is the equal sign mean anything or that's just a separation?
It says it's the same thing.
Oh,
A
in other
equals
words, yud and the dots is the same thing as two dots.
Yes.
Okay.
The A vowel followed by the yud is the same for all intents and purposes as the A vowel alone. Got
So the
it?
first line is just A.
That's no, the first vowel
No,
line.
it'd be
It's
A.
Hey.
Hey,
Hey, hey, hey.
hey,
And you
hey.
say with the yud and say without the yud. Same thing. Okay?
Sorry, Joan, can you pronounce it? It's hard with all these different people pronouncing to know which one's right.
Okay. Hey. Hey. If it's the yud is there, it's usually a little bit longer. Instead of hey, it would be hey. But you just for all intent, it's just if you hear that. For all intents and purposes, A is the same as A. That's what the equal sign is. A equals A. You
Okay.
look puzzled. Are you with me, Bonnie?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm puzzled. Can you read like the first line so I can understand the difference in the pronunciations?
For our purposes, there's none, no difference. So the first line would be hey, 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 hey. No difference. Okay?
Mhm.
Question.
Yes.
If this were at the end, would the yud be there? So that it wouldn't be the final?
It might be.
Oh,
No, no, you're right. No, that wouldn't be. If it was the end, you'd have to have the final form. Look at line 7. No, line 8. Line 8. Look at line 8.
Melche.
Okay, that is the middle of the
Okay.
word. That is not a full word.
No, because it's Melche.
Well, it's not a full word because this is not the final cup. If this were this is the cup that comes in the middle of a word. This one has a final cup, so it's.
Melche.
Let me use, Diane, let me use the pointer. What's this one?
Melche.
This is my pointer. Diane, is this your pointer?
This is my pointer, yeah.
Yeah, let me use the pointer, please.
Well, I think I have to unshare my screen and give
No,
you.
just keep just what you did right now is fine. Let me use the pointer.
Okay.
Thank you. What's this one?
We don't see your pointer.
Yeah, we don't see it.
Oh,
Yeah, I have to unshare my screen.
No, don't
and-
unshare. I can't bring it up. Okay. Line 8. The first word is
Melche.
Okay.
okay. That cannot be a full word because that cup comes only in the beginning or middle of a word.
But isn't there a word called Melche?
There is.
Okay.
There is.
So we're
There
missing
is.
letters.
Let's.
The
Yeah,
third
they
one.
can be. Because I'll tell you why. Because okay. You would assume that comes in the beginning or middle of a word, but there's a yud afterwards, so it can
Right.
be a word. Melche.
Okay.
Because there's the yud there, it can be. Okay? Like malche, which we talked about. But that is the only other letter that can be at the end of let me reword this.
Well, like the second word on line 8 would be Melech.
No.
Melech.
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 Who asked that question?
That was Bobby.
Melech.
Bobby. Okay, Melech. Bobby, you weren't in class last week, right?
I was not at the first class because y'all had the wrong email address.
Yeah, I know. Did you have a chance to look at the material at all?
I did, and my daughter-in-law was helping me a little bit.
Good, okay. So you're not totally lost here. Okay, that's
No, not-
Melech. The second
Not
word,
yet.
Diane, you're being great. The second word in line 8 is Melech, what we had before.
Mhm.
Okay.
The next word,
Melech.
Melech.
Okay.
all right, one
Melech.
person, Laura.
Melche.
Yes. Diane Mashiach.
Melhe. Melhe.
Bonnie.
Melche.
Good. Bobby.
Melche.
Melche. I know it's hard to pronounce that chaf if you have not used to it. Is there
Melche.
Melche? You were right. You were perfect. We're assuming that there is a silent vowel under the lamed because it's the only way it could be.
Mhm.
So, all right. Any questions about this page? The only thing we introduced here, really, besides these confusing combinations, but that's okay. It's is the A with the yud after it.
So the second word on line 9 would be me leke.
No. Stop.
Melech.
Every syllable.
Melech.
Melech. How do we know that? Every syllable, Hebrew is composed of syllables. Every syllable has a letter and a vowel. So the first syllable is me. The second syllable is meh. The third syllable is lech. Final, and when you get to a final letter, it can be 2 letters, but me, meh, lech. You see it?
Mhm.
Uh-huh.
Everybody with me?
Yep.
Diane, are you with me? Diane Goldenberg?
Yes.
Okay. I see puzzled faces. I don't want to leave anyone confused.
Melech.
Can you sound out a few different combinations, maybe some of the harder ones, Joan?
Okay, let's do what we did last week.
Okay.
I am going to read a sound. I'm looking at lines 7, 8, and 9. Okay.
Okay.
And I am going to read a word in line 8. And I'm going to ask you to find the same word, the word directly above it. Okay. My word is melche.
Melche.
All right.
Yeah.
The middle,
Above it. Just tell me your name so they're not all shouting once.
Bonnie.
Bonnie.
Diane, go
Bonnie,
ahead.
go.
What?
We're in line 9, right?
I was in
What?
line 8. I
8.
said melche.
The
And
middle one in line 8.
I want the word directly above it.
Oh,
Right?
Bonnie.
My word
Oh.
is
Melche.
same word. Okay. And what's the word directly below my melche in line 8?
Melche.
Absolutely. You all see it? It's the same word.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to go to, okay, they're just all the same thing confusing. Let's look at line 10.
Okay.
Can you just go with the pointer with me, please?
Yep.
Okay. All right. The first letter is a mem.
Mem.
What's the second sound?
Lache.
Lache.
Lahe.
We're assuming there is a silent vowel under that lam. Okay? Lache.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
The next sound is
Mem.
M.
not M,
Mm.
mem.
Mem.
Let's either use the name or the sound. Mem. Okay, what's the next one? Shout your name out. Who wants to do it? Karen. what is-
Lache.
Hey.
Okay. All right, what's the next one? What's the next one?
Lache.
Lache.
Lahe.
Okay. What's the next one?
Mm.
And what's the next one? Bonnie.
Lache.
Okay.
Good, you got it. Is there anyone who didn't get it?
Okay.
Teresa, you have a
Got
question?
it.
Okay.
Wait, hold it. Teresa, you have a question?
Nope, I'm good.
Go ahead.
I said I'm fine, thank you.
You're fine? You sure?
Yep, I'm listening.
Okay, let's go to the next page. Thank you. One page.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is what you've all been wanting, the vowel you've all been looking for. It's the A vowel. And for all intents and purposes, it comes in two forms.
Oh, great.
Okay. Now I say it that way because the pronunciation we're learning is the Sephardi pronunciation, which is used in Israel today. But if you ever deal with somebody from an Ashkenazi background, some great grandparent Laura's nodding her head, or if you go to Chabad, if you happen to have a visit to Chabad, they're going to pronounce these two differently. So for all intents and purposes, the A vowel is either the line or the little teeth, if you want. But you see it in the box, right? That's so that brings us closer.
Okay, good luck.
That brings
Get
us
paper. Get the paper.
Yep.
what?
Thanks.
Ha.
Uh,
Ha.
Ma.
I don't know what's
Ma.
going on. What's happening?
First line.
First line. I want one person to read it. Hillary, please read it.
Laura.
Laura. Okay.
Ha.
Wait a minute.
Ha.
What's the first letter?
seven.
Oh, that's not a ha?
No,
What's
it's
the
a
first
Ma.
letter?
Ma.
What's
Oh, that's an M. Sorry.
all right? Do it again.
Ma. La.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. Karen, read line 2.
Mala, lama, lala, mama.
Good. You got all your letters straight. Okay, Diane Mashiach, line 3.
Ma, Mel.
I think that's a line, not 2 dots. What's the,
Mal.
correct. It looks like 2 dots, so I'm not.
Yeah.
That was a fair try. Okay, I would like to hear from Rochelle. Would you do line 5, please?
Line 5,
Yes, please.
mal. Hey.
The last one.
Is that right?
Yes, you just read it twice. It's 3 times. Hey.
Can I make an observation for a second?
Yep. I don't know who's.
Remember last week I asked you about the exclamation point, which is at the top of the page here?
Yeah.
I think I figured out why it's there. If you look down to line 6, they're highlighting that line for some
Yes,
reason.
there's the word.
Why do you think they're very good? Why do you think they're highlighting?
There's the word.
Probably there are new words there, or new sounds, or new combinations.
No, that's the word.
What the word is malche. Why is that an important word?
This is a part of the prayer.
Exactly.
Okay, thanks.
Mi melech malche hamlachim. Right?
Okay.
Torture you with my singing. Okay. So good observation. I guess that's why it's there. But can you all see the word malche now? It's all line 7 is malche. What other line has malche at the beginning of it?
9.
What else?
9.
9. What else?
10.
10,
Any others?
12.
12.
What word has it what line has it at the end of a word? What line has malche at the end of it?
9.
12
10,
10.
and 9.
And 9,
12.
8.
And what-
8,
8. And
7.
7.
7. Is this clear?
Mhm.
It's the A vowel we needed. It comes in 2 forms. And I'm just saying, if you're working with somebody who's brought up with the Ashkenazi Hebrew, we still hear it in our synagogue occasionally. we have one person who leads prayers beautifully. He's brilliant and he's wonderful. And he fills in and leads prayers sometimes. And anybody who's just learning Hebrew goes crazy because he does it in the Ashkenazi. So if you get confused and you don't think you understand it, it's the Ashkenazi pronunciation. If you go again, if you go to Chabad, that's what you're going to hear. So, but for our purposes, the Sephardi pronunciation, those two vowels are the same. There are exceptions, I will tell you that, but we're not going to worry about it. I can't resist because I can think of there are times, oh yes, there are times when it's not quite right. But let's just assume it's the same for now for all intents and purposes, okay? Any questions?
Well, the third letter on line, no, the second letter on line 9 is that's the second word. Yes.
Yeah.
No.
So that would be.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Who's asking?
Bobby.
Bobby, you try to read it.
Malach,
Malche, right.
Okay.
We have to pretend there's a silent vowel under the lamed into which you blend. Malche. Okay?
Mhm.
There should be. If it were the word, it would have that silent vowel.
So the word underneath it would be mala.
Wait a minute, no. What are the vowels?
The third, yeah.
You want to go to the third word?
No, the
Third
second
word in
word.
line 10.
Second
Yeah,
word.
Second
what's
one.
it? In line 10, third word.
No,
Malach.
second word.
Malche, perfect.
Malachi.
Got
But
it?
the second, but Bobby was saying the
Milake.
second word in line 10.
Wait, one person at a time.
Okay.
Laura, you're,
Hillary, Bobby, this is Hillary. Bobby wants to know the second word in line 10, not the third word.
you want the second word in line 10, Bobby?
Yeah, Melake.
No, the second word in line 10. Show the pointer.
Milake.
There's no
No.
K. Melech.
Oh,
No.
Melech.
You're on a different word. You're on a different word. Do you see it, Bobby?
Yeah.
Melech.
And then
And
the
then
third word is
Malake.
Meleke.
Malachi. You have the ava.
Meleke. Okay.
All right. This is where we start to be confused, and I don't want to go too fast. Look at line 10.
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
What is the first word? Tell me your name. Don't just shout it out. First word in line 10.
This is Teresa.
Go.
Malche, Melech, Malche, Melech, Malche.
Good. I wasn't asking you to read the whole line, but you did perfectly.
You did
That was
great.
wonderful. It was beautiful. Okay. I'm looking for something else which is not on the page, which would be helpful. Okay, how about line 11? Do I have a volunteer for line 11?
11.
Karen,
Go, Karen.
me, lech, me, melech, lech.
Okay, you finished the word me melech. There's no chaf on the end. But
Me
yeah,
melech.
perfect. Yeah, perfect. Okay, that was great.
Uh-huh.
Are there any questions about that line from anybody else?
Mm-mm.
You're all with me.
Mhm.
Wonderful, line 12.
Hillary.
Hillary, go.
Okay. Malche. Mi melech. Malche. Mi melech. Malche.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay, perfecto. Any questions about this page?
What is
Now,
the?
So
now
I
this is-
expect that you're all going to work on, we do it during the week. As I said, 10 minutes a day is worth more than an hour and a half on Wednesday night.
Okay, this is Laura.
Go, Laura.
The last word in line 11, is that lech?
It is.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? I'm open to questions. And if you look at the end, the is the letters in Shabbat. Okay? We haven't had the shin and the taf, but those are the vowels from Shabbat. The two vowels. And they both come in, by the way. They're both in the word Shabbat for our pronunciation, okay? Moving right along, you guys are doing great. We're on page 8.
Mm.
We still have only pieces of the words, but we're getting there. Do not look at the word at the top of the page because that's confusing and I don't want to mess with it. You haven't had all those letters. Look at the box. This box is like the A, except it's the E. It's the E with the yud or the E without the yud. Do you all see that?
Yep.
Any question? You're all with me?
And what's the purpose? I'm sorry, what is the purpose of the yud then when it's there or not there? I mean, why is it there sometimes and not others?
Okay. It actually lengthens the vowel. It becomes the final letter in many words. Look at the first line. The first line I'm going to read. Me, me. The difference between the first and second word is the second one has a yud, and therefore it can be the end of a word.
So you'll mostly see that vowel at the end of a word and not in the middle.
That combination of vowel and the yud, yes. That particular combination would, it could come in the middle of a word, but when it can come, let's just say it can come at the end of a word. It can finish a word. Look at find the first one that has it. Line 2. Look at line 2. What are the first, I want to volunteer to read the first 2 letters. Or do I volunteer someone?
He,
Go on, Diane.
he,
Chi and chi. Okay. The
Wait,
next,
say that again.
he.
Is that chi?
Oh, okay, got
it's
you.
chi. Okay. Now I want somebody to read the last 2 letters in line 2.
Bobby.
Bobby, go.
Me.
What's the next to the last one? The last one's me. What's the next to the last one?
Oh,
Me.
me.
Stop. What's the next to the last sound in line 2? Just look at that one. I hear it.
Come. Wait.
See, you're having trouble with the
Yeah.
okay.
That's key me.
See me. All right. Now I want to skip to.
All right, let me ask you a question. Sometimes you'll say ka and sometimes you'll say ha.
No, I never say ka. They're all.
It's always ha.
The only letter we have had so far is ha. Ha.
Ha. Okay.
Do you
Got
know
you.
any Yiddish? Do you know any Yiddish? You'll find that sound in Yiddish.
A little bit, but I've kind of forgotten it.
Well, if you hear it, if you heard it at home and couldn't understand it like me, you heard the sound. It's in Yiddish, it's in Russian, it's in Hebrew. Ha. We have not had anything that's ka.
Okay, got you.
But if you can't say ha and you say ha, I'm not going to correct you. If you can't pronounce it, it's understandable. And as you do it more, you'll get it easier.
And
So line 2 would be
me.
That's correct. The end of line 2 would be see me. Correct. What's the last word in line 3? Yell your name out, not the word. Last word in line 3.
Me.
Okay.
Me.
That's right.
Micha.
Michi.
Yeah. So it is. I'm hearing it from several people. Me.
Laura. Michi.
That could be the end of a word. The yud could be a final letter. It isn't. If you notice, it isn't necessarily. This could be a word. It's not a word, but a word could be constructed like that. Michi. Okay. Got it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Diane, you're wondering. Diane Masha.
No, I'm okay.
Okay. Me see. So it can be in the middle of a word. It can be the end of a word. Again, it would have a vowel on that side. If it were in the middle of a word, it would have a silent vowel on it. At the end of a word, no, because it's the final letter.
So the reason for to have the whatever the comma is called, the yud.
Yeah.
The yud.
Why is the
letter?
Why is it after the first letter?
It's a letter.
No, but does it make it longer?
It'll sometimes be it's a letter. Yeah, it makes the sound a little longer, absolutely. But I don't think you should need to get worried about that now. Yes, it would make the sound because you'd say mi, chi, mi, chi. Yeah, not mi, chi, mi, chi. It makes it a little longer.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I hear somebody in the background.
Well, and I put it on mute.
Okay, are there any other questions on this?
What would the first letter in line 5 be? Because it looks like a T.
No, it's a la.
It's a lamed. We had it at the beginning. It's a lamed. L sound. La. Melech. Remember the word melech?
Okay.
I don't see. Oh, look at line 9, Bobby. Line 9, the first word. Melech. You see it? That was the first full word we had.
Yeah, I know it's left, but why does it have the little symbol underneath it in line 5?
Why does it have what beneath it?
It looks like a T underneath the letter.
That's our new vowel. What is it? What's that? Our new vowel.
Okay.
Please. Can we go back a page, please, on the book? There we go. There's the new
okay.
vowel.
Got you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody,
Okay.
thank you for helping me with this. I appreciate this.
So could it be equal T or just a straight line?
Right.
Right.
They both
Okay.
They are both pronounced
Got you. Thank you.
And what you need to do when you practice is keep this, work each page and feel comfortable. Okay? Let's see how we're doing on.
Joan. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
On line 5, the third word, there's no vowel. So do you say mel?
Don't even go there.
No? Okay. All right.
Don't even go there.
Okay.
I can't imagine why they wrote it that way, in all honesty.
Okay. All right. Then I'll forget it.
Yeah. That's why I haven't dwelled on these things, because Hebrew is just not written that way.
Yeah.
What I said is, when you see something like that as you're practicing, and there's something which says it needs a vowel, assume it's a silent vowel under it.
Okay.
Well, how would you pronounce it?
A very short meh. Not but meh. That's what the silent vowel would be. I don't know. All these words are missing that vowel, and it's very, very difficult to read them that way. And that's why I'm not, reading every single line, because I think it's more confusing than helpful. Okay.
So what should we do when we practice then?
Assume there's a silent vowel there and do the best you can with it, and don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. If you, all right, let's look at line 9. Let's look at what line 9.
Okay.
The second word. Second word.
Melech.
Malay. Good.
Malay.
Blend into the lamed. Assume there's a silent vowel in there. Okay. If you're looking at line 6, that fourth word, don't even look at it. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's hard to pronounce, and you'd never find it. Okay.
So is line 9 the third word? Melahe?
Mala.
You can pronounce that any way you want for the exam, because you haven't got a vowel.
Okay.
Pretend it's the because that's what for our purposes, that's what it's going to be.
Okay.
So it'd be Malachi.
So it's Malachi.
It really is Malachi or Malachi. It's Malachi.
Okay, Malachi.
Oh, I see, because it
But
doesn't have it
there's
down.
no vowel under it, which means it's very hard to pronounce. And the important word is the second word. Well, there's no vowel under the lamed. That's the problem. These words are lacking vowels. When you get to line to 10, I love the first word because we actually have all the vowels. What is it? The first word?
Milake.
Melech.
Melech.
Milake.
Me
Wait a minute. Okay, what is it, Laura? Laura,
Me melech.
what is it, Bobby?
Melech.
Teresa, what is it?
Me melech.
Whose dog? Can the dog pronounce it? It's a wonder my dog's not helping. Okay, me melech. That we had all the vowels. We haven't had all the vowels in the others, so you can pretend anything you want.
With that, you plumbing on electrical energy, it's a circle, so.
Somebody's
So,
husband.
Joan, can you pronounce some of the others on line 10?
Who's, a moment, please. Who's got somebody in the background? Can we close the door or whatever? Thank you. Line 10, I'm gonna read it, okay? Mi melech, malche. I'm assuming it's a malache. Sorry, malachi.
Malachi.
Malachi. I don't have a vowel under that mem. If you want to pretend it's an A vowel, you can say melache. You can pretend it's an A vowel and say malache. You can pretend it's an E vowel and say melache. You don't have a vowel. No Hebrew word would have a letter like that without a vowel. It just wouldn't happen.
Okay.
Okay. How are we doing on time? Let's go one more page. If somebody's husband is in the background, can we shut it
Tell
off?
him to go away.
I can't tell him, but whoever's husband is, you can tell him. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna go any further because I think, let's go back. I'm not gonna go any further.
I think you're right.
Let's stop. Bring it back down, bring it back down. It says that's where we're going with the arrow. I think we have enough here. You've got several new vowel combinations.
Maybe that person can mute whoever's got the background.
Is that Diane? Is that you?
Yeah,
Can you
I'm
mute?
trying to.
Trying, just 1 second. I have a.
All right, she's muted herself. That's good. No, she hasn't muted herself. Can you mute yourself, Diane, so that we don't hear him?
Yeah, hold on. I got to get back.
Oh, because you're sharing the screen.
Yeah.
Oh.
How do you share a screen?
Oh,
What if you
don't
hit
even worry about
escape
it.
and then?
I know how if I had it up, but I didn't get it up right. So, okay. I think we have gone far enough. I want you to review the letters and the vowels we've had. Do not be confused about the letter that has no vowel under it. You can pretend it's any vowel you want, knowing that you're not really reading it the right way. And that sounds sort of silly, but it's, I think to go any further right now would be more confusing. And I think you really need to go through these. You've got the E, the A, and the F. The E and the A can be with or without the yud after it. You have the A. So you've got 5 vowels, really, the 2 A vowels. And if you want to add the ones with the yud, you've got 7. So you've got a lot of different sounds there. The first line on this page has no yud. The second line has yuds and no yud. The third line all have yuds. Are you all with me?
Yeah.
The fourth line, there were.
Wait, I'm sorry. Doesn't the first line have a yud? And aren't those yuds, those little commas?
Yeah, they are. All right, thank you for correcting me.
Okay, I just want to make sure I understood.
You're right, no,
Maybe it was
start again, I
something else.
didn't say that. The first line has some with yuds and some without.
Okay.
The second line has some with yuds and some without. let's get to referring to them as yuds rather than commas too, please. Notice that it's always up high. If Hebrew's written between two lines, which we always had to do in our machberet, our book, the yud is within the lines. Like it's the chaf, it fills the line and the yud's within it. All right, third line. We're starting to, there are yuds after every e vowel, and we're starting to put it together. So what are the last two words of line 3? Do I have a volunteer, or do I have to volunteer someone?
Hillary.
Go, Hillary.
Likhi,
Yes.
and where am I? Third line. And Miche.
Try it again.
Miche.
Michi.
Good. Okay. You're gonna have to practice getting your tongue around that chaf sound.
Yeah.
It's tricky. It's tricky. Okay. As we move down, more and more things are added. Again, if you look at line 6, the last word, there's a vowel missing. The next 3 last words, they're missing a vowel under the mem. It would never be without a vowel. So you can pretend it's silent, or you can add any vowel you want, but just know you're adding it. That pretty much tells you everything you have to do for this page. I think you've got a lot on your plates now. I think we're moving very well. I don't want to go too fast. I want you to have everybody with me. Are there any questions?
Can we go to page 9
Okay.
on the 4th line?
Yeah. You have a new letter.
Okay, yes, the 4th line on the 4th word on the 4th line. This is Laura.
Yes, Laura.
And is that chem?
Yes.
Chim, excuse me, chim.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Don't everybody else, unless you know what that is, don't let it confuse you. We're not having that. Laura's one letter ahead of us here.
Oh, I'm sorry. So we actually stopped on page 8.
Yes.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. You know the letter. That's good for you. Okay. Okay, go to line 9, and I'll tell you what it is, and we'll pick it up next week. Go to page 9. Please go to page 9. Okay, stop. What Laura read are letters we've had. The chim, right there. Oh, I haven't got the pointer. It's the 4th word in line 4. We've had those letters, chim. If you look at the top, the box, you can see we have another final letter. It's the mem sofit, or the final mem. It's the final mem. Like the chaf sofit that we had, this is the mem sofit. So if a mem appears in the middle of a word or at the beginning of a word, it is written the first way, on the right side. If it appears at the end of a word, it's always written the other way.
But it's the same, but I'm sorry, Joan, it's the same sound. It's just placement.
It's just closed.
It's just
So
closed, right? That's a
So
good way
what
to remember.
line, the first word on line 5 would be sima.
Yes. Chim. You don't, I mean, if you have an English
I was
word.
looking at 4, I'm sorry.
No, you were
No,
right.
sim. And line 4 would be
okay, ladies,
ming.
but if you have an English word that ends with an M, them, the word them, THEM, you don't go them, you go them, right? The same thing here. If you have that first word in line 5, it's him. You don't go him. You know it's him. It's a final M sound, a mem sound. Okay?
Yep.
So it's just another form of a letter we've already had.
So 4, the first letter would be mim.
Mim.
Exactly. Name, right.
Name.
Right.
I have a question. In line 5, number 1, you'd never see that though, because they're both final letters.
No, the cup is not a final
Oh, it's
letter.
a middle. I'm sorry, that's a middle. You're right.
Okay. Good perfectly understood confusion. Any other questions?
Yes, so now we have 5 vowels.
Let's see, we have E, E, A,
A.
with or without
4
the
vowels.
really
have
4 sounds, the sound, but we have 2 versions of the sound, and we have 2 versions of the A and the E. So
Oh, so we have 6. Okay.
Yeah, really 6 if you want to divide them up that way.
Okay.
Are there any questions looking at this page?
So are we supposed to study page 9 or
I'm going to
just,
ask you to look at page 9. There's nothing
Okay.
there that you can't do except put vowels where there aren't any, and I can't do anything about that part of it. We're going to just pretend, if you look at the very bottom of the page, the one form is used at the beginning and the middle. The final mem is used only at the end, which is what I said right at the beginning. If you look at line 7, let's pretend there's an ah sound under the first letter. Who can read the first word in line 7? Pretending there's an ah sound.
Malahim?
Malachim.
Malachim.
Yeah,
Malachim.
Malachim. Malachim.
Malachim. We have to hear the line.
Yeah, Malachim.
Malachim.
Malachim. Yes.
You've all got it. It's just a matter of practice. It's just a matter of practice. And if you make a mistake, it's okay. I won't get upset if you didn't get absolutely every little bit, but I think you've all got it. And it's just a matter of that 10 minutes a day looking at it. You've got someone at home who can help you. That's great. Make sure they're using the Sephardi pronunciation. That's all I ask, because it'll be confusing with the ah sounds if not. Give it a whirl, see what you can do, and we'll pick up here next week.
Excellent.
Joan, can you stay on for a second after class? I have a couple questions to ask you.
Sure.
Hillary,
I'll stand as long as you need.
just a couple.
Thank you.
Thank all of
Thank
you.
you.
Thank
Thank you. Everyone have a good weekend. Shabbat
Yeah.
shalom.
Shabbat